Minnesota Vikings and the Green Bay Packers.
We got this. Come on, set. And read. Yeah, Mike. They can't hang with us.
A good run there to start the drive. 13 yards, first down. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
Pretty nice play here. They go read option, read the defensive end, and when he collapsed down inside, how about the quarterback pulling it, keeping it, and not only getting to the second level, but picking up some really nice yardage.
Very, very well read. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. And early on, they're picking up right where they left off last week.
And I know a lot of coaches say each game is its own. You don't really have carryover. This feels like carryover. So much confidence from the previous game that they're using to their advantage now.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
And this will be taken at the 13.
That's it, baby. We gonna work. Great. 5-4. Strip that ball. Strip that ball.
And he'll give it here to his running back. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Set up, 18 Gator.
Looking to throw. Lawrence. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. That's taken on the 25. Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down, eluding the pressure right. And he's going to go out of bounds. Gigantic loss, kept retreating, steps out. That goes down as a sack and a big loss of yardage. On 2nd down now, it's Cook. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Tucker with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Go, go.
Operating from the gun. Lawrence. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was a strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Back to throw. Lawrence. And he's going to go down again. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down.
But that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. And an alley to run. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. The 30, 10, touchdown, Vikings. Lamar Jackson, 83 yards. And the Vikings get the quick strike touchdown. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. Back for the second quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
And he still has yet to get on track in this 1st half as they're going to stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Everyone's got 4 down.
Ready?
Looking to throw. Lawrence. He's going to float this one deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the 1st down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving him a whole lot of credit and thanking him for that much space to rumble.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 13.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hey, Zoo.
26 Mike, 26 Mike.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come out here. Come get some.
He don't want it. 26 Mike, 26 Mike.
Hey, let's get some penetration. Be triple.
Back to throw. Lawrence. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. It's a gain of 5, but they're still deep in a hole. 15 yards still to go on 3rd down. The Packers on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 15. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the 1st down. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. The 55-yard attempt, normally you'd say well within his range. Little surprised he came up short.
And he knew it immediately, didn't he? They are so calibrated, aren't they? They can tell the touch, the feel. When they put the foot to the ball, whether it's going to be good or not, he knew immediately he didn't have that.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, two hands. Get two hands on the ball, grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Now a handoff looking right. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. The ball's still a few inches shy of the marker after the 3-yard run, so now a little soul-searching on 4th down. The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. They'll try and run for it. And he gets the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 24. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Let's go. Let's go.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Up from the secondary to make the tackle, Jalen Ramsey. Those are the plays this defense needs with the deficit they're facing.
It certainly is, and they've got to continue to swarm the football and hope that someone, while they're holding up the ball carrier, can get in there and rake it and knock it free. They need to get some takeaways as well.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Lawrence. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A 24-yard touchdown as his guys are back within a single score. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s. Back-to-back, what a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Let's go, baby. Turn it over.
From the gun, Jackson. Steps away. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Packers pick it up.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So, should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about any more.
Push it back. Push it back.
They run a draw here on 2nd down. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Well, he had 2 sacks earlier. Now he has 4 total tackles for a loss after that play.
Well, they obviously have to do a better job trying to block him. But short of that, You know what the quarterback has to do? Make sure he doesn't hand it to him when he's back there thinking he's one of his own guys. His quickness, his suddenness, his speed getting into the offense's backfield has been something else in this game.
He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles. We're only in the second quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. You might have to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
So it's a second missed field goal here in this first half. He'll have to think about that going forward. Maybe time for a little soul-searching as well.
Yeah, the head coach might be looking towards the heavens because you wonder if this will affect the fourth down decision-making going forward. If you get 4th and 3, 4th and 4, situations that used to be calls for the kicker might get a second thought.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Jackson now. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Watch left, watch left. Watch the run, watch the run. Shoot.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're going to be waiting for him as they get him behind the line. So we've come to halftime in a 5-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here at half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
Here we go. Set. 50. Plant.
And to give this time to the tailback. A limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments and doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Let's go. 70. Indy. General West. Hey, Alpha.
On 3rd down, Lawrence under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10.
Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Escaping the pressure right. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
I like the play call. Roll him out. Give him a chance to run it or throw it. In this situation, he decided to fling it, but couldn't find his man open.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
54 Mike, 54 Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch.
Jackson from the gun, he'll throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 17 yards, 1st down, Vikings.
Mike, 58, right there. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. Switch, switch, switch. Kill, 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 kill.
Jackson on 1st down. Flush to his right. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board.
Mike, 54. Watch the slant.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. Flushed out right. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Jair Alexander that time able to knock that one away. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Jackson will throw again. Forced out to his left. And he's not going to sniff the 1st down here. He stopped at the 25. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down.
Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill.
And an alley to run. He'll have a 1st down inside the 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. 25 yards. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it. Right? So you got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Looking to throw. Lawrence. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
How about the timing on that one? Where they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
X3, 218, chop.
He's mine. Kill.
Hey, seam 6, seam 6.
To throw on second down, Lawrence. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Johnson was the intended receiver. He has just been a load for opposing offenses to account for. Now 8 interceptions on the year.
I love that number because I always think of center field. You know, when I hear 8, because that's the position you write in the scorecard in baseball. And what do good center fielders do? Take away all the alleys, right? They range deep and make a whole lot of great catches.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. From the pistol, they run it with Cook. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They'll keep it on the ground. Cook. He'll be taken down well behind the line, and I think he might have just given those 4 yards right back. It's a loss of 4. Now third down. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. He may try and run for this. And he's got this down to the 35. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
For that last run for a first down, it really should be the last straw for the defense. I don't care how many they've had in the box. They need to add more people.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
58, right? Mike's 58, right there.
He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time is run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now at Lambeau. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Now, after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah. Will they make up for it?
26 Mike. Me and you all
Looking to throw on second down. Lawrence. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll get him down here at the 23. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. The Packers on 3rd down, as bad as you can be. 0 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. It's a big play there for Green Bay. Give him 53 yards on the ground. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, high 7.
26 months. Man, that's trash.
Back to throw. Lawrence into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Tucker now for the extra point. And that one makes this a 19-point game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 33. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find the spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Here we go, 46.
Mike, 58, right there.
Now it's the backup Prescott. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. From 19 yards away. And the Vikings capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Tucker with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. That backs them up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. The Packers on 3rd down. Just 1 conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This is 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. Lawrence. And the catch made by Johnson. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but
yeah,
no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, What's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
No, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out. And no one wants to go back to those memories. But, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that, a team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL, in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now was dominating and kicking around a team who had been ruling their division.
And that's when you earn your paycheck, right? As the analyst, you got to fill that time.
You've got to know what's going on out there and how it all happened.
Well, obviously, that begs the question, what game was it?
That was Seattle hosting Los Angeles, the Rams.
Yeah.
Their second meeting of the season, and the Rams turned it around from the first one and blew out the Seahawks.
And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
At the 24-yard line.
Now they try the right side here. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for first down. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting third down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell it.
Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. Past the 20. Touchdown, Packers. A great play there. With a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make this a 19-point ball game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go. Let's go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They'll keep it on the ground. Teague. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.